Hey, Paul Evans here. If you've got any questions along the way, just email me, paul@paulbevans.com. Here in video 3, we're talking about nutrition. Now, I believe in keeping it simple. I don't measure out everything on the planet, and I'm going to give you a very simple, maybe even shallow illustration to get you in the mindset of what it really takes to control your body composition. Now, we know that primarily our calories are going to come in the form of fats, proteins, and carbohydrates. So here's a tiny little thought of how to categorize those. Number one, think of fat as introverts. They don't want to go out. They don't want to leave the body. They want to stay there as a last result. Now, physiologically, they're thinking they're the last stop in the energy cycle. But think of those as introverts. Secondly, carbs are extroverts. They are happy, they're fired up, they can't wait to be used up first. So that's why you have that sugar high and then the low, and that carbs are the primary fuel of your body. They're extroverts. Protein can go either way. It can be used as fast fuel when needed, and it can be a slow burning fuel as well. Primarily, it goes into muscle building. And as you guys know, that the more muscle we have, and I don't mean bulky, but the more lean muscle we have, the higher our metabolism is, because it takes more calories, more fuel, more fire to provide that energy to a muscle group than it does to just fat and laying around, because that doesn't require any energy and we go into storage mode. So when you're thinking about your nutrition, when you're wanting to lose fat, what we want to do is decrease the extroverts, because an introvert's not going to get out there unless they have to. The introvert's not entering the party unless all the extroverts are gone. So the lower amount of extroverts or carbs you have, the more the introverts are going to be pulled in and used as fuel. So it's that simple. Now, I'm not going to give you ratios. You've got to know your own body. Some of us are the types that if we go under, say, 25 grams of carbs a day, we start getting angry, and our people start getting upset with us because they're like, wow, you need to go and eat something because you're like a mess. So we've got to know those about yourself. That's why we began with a video about your body. You've got to know your body. And even in the midst of a challenge, video number 2, you've got to know how much energy you're going to be using up, how hard you're working out, etc. And that'll help you determine how much protein, fats, and carbs to intake. If we're looking at ratios, I like to do about 40% protein, about 40% fat, and about 20% carbs. But that's just me and my body makeup. You need to talk to your own nutritionist about that. Then you not only have those components, but you've also got the other components of needing vitamins and minerals. And I think that if you take a 180 vitamin, it's pretty good for that. I don't think that you've got to go crazy and buy a different pack for every single little thing. You can if you've got some deficiencies. Then you can also look at the whole foods that you're eating enough leafy green vegetables, eating enough regular vegetables, and eating enough proteins that are going to give you your iron and things along those lines. So when you're looking at your overall scope, you just want to make sure that you're covered. Now, some people are totally against supplements and they feel like, well, that's just not natural. But the truth is, in today's world and society, if you're going to get all the nutrients that you want, you're going to have to be eating almost all of the time to get to accurate levels. It's tough. So what I tend to do is that I love to use a good protein. I use Isoline Pro from Isagenix. And I love a great vitamin. Now, they've got an AM and a PM formula that I'm about to start with this upcoming challenge that I'm doing. But right now, I'm doing the ISA Essentials for men. And that works out for me. And they've got ISA Essentials for women as well. And then I like to also do something either in the morning or the night that it's going to allow me to get even extra nutrients and antioxidants. And Isagenix has these e-shots that include caffeine as well, so I don't take those at night. I just take those in the morning. Even though with my hyperactivity, sometimes caffeine makes me sleepy. Know your body. And so that gives me those antioxidants as well. So think about the full gamut, your proteins, your fats, your carbs, your vitamins and your minerals, to make sure that you're fueling your body, you're as healthy as possible, so that your energy is functioning correctly, so that your physiology is functioning correctly, and you're going to have a lot better time with your metabolism when everything is present in your body than when it's shutting down in hopes and waiting until those nutrients arrive. So again, when it comes to protein, fats, and carbs, think of proteins as ambivalent. They can go either way. Your fats are your introverts, your carbs are your extroverts, and you want to decrease your extroverts in order to make the introverts come into play. All right, that's it for video number 3. Next time we're going to be talking about your mind. No, your workout. I was looking at my notes. We're going to talk about your workout, then your mind, and then we're going to talk about the overall key to really being successful with your body. All right, see, even with these videos, you don't have to be super professional. Just get out there and do your stuff. You don't have to become a pro athlete to radically shift your body. You just need to do the work with a little bit of knowledge. If you got any questions, email me, paul@paulbevans.com. If you want to know more about the products and the resources that I use, go to paulbevans.com/get fit. And that'll let you see exactly what I'm using and how I use it. I'm actually publishing a sheet on that coming up. I'll email it out to you guys as well. Let's see. I think that's it. Hey, success is not an accident. Be blessed.